Hello peeps, welcome to the recap or the documentary of the 2019 EU Renekton mains 1v1 tournament. The event was hosted by Godrekton and Trollnekton, i.e. Ryan and Max, the two arguably most notorious Renekton players and content creators from this side of the Atlantic Ocean. The tournament was in the works ever since the pair had hosted a tournament a year before. The 2018 tournament suffered in quality due to many factors such as the inexperience of the hosts, lack of players, and a boring meta that formed of grasp being used to just farm a game out and not really combating the enemy. There was also nearly no surviving records of the tournament as Trollnekton didn't save the Twitch.tv VOD. Some players were also disgruntled at the fact that the final duel series was between the hosts themselves, where Godrekton ended up the winner and the defending champ for this year's tournament.
Oh shit! No! Fuck! Oh my god, holy shit, I'm tilted, no. Please, no. Oh my god, what? What? Oh, no, please, no.
After the public reveal on July 7th of the new iteration of the 1v1 tournament, there was a whopping 17 days of waiting for the players. The announcement included some restrictive rules, namely bans on Guardian items and the Resolve tree as a primary rune tree. The duels would be normal 1v1s on the ARAM map played on Renekton, played to the first kill, first tower kill, or the first 1 to 100 creeps killed. The tournament was hosted on Battlefy.com and the prize pool was 20 euros to the winner, 10 euros to the runner-up, and 5 to the third place contestant. The entire event would be broadcasted on Ryan's Twitch channel. You can find the link to it in the top right info bubble and in the description. In the info bubble and the description is also a link to the full tournament in its entirety on YouTube. Some players trained for the tournament and a healthy amount of people joined the tournament, but apart from inside circles, there wasn't a lot of hype. It wasn't anything remarkable. Max and Ryan did their best to advertise the tournament to the Renekton mains community, and due to the long wait time, a few extra announcements were made on Discord and Reddit. The day of the tournament came, and there was a large amount of players ready to go at it, over 50. Meaning that the tournament would consist of 6 rounds. The stream began with an intense music score, an amusing picture, and a recap of the rules.
Yo, how's it going, guys? Welcome to the Renekton mains EUS 1v1 tournament. How are you all doing? Alright, let's bring Max here. Okay. Yo, Max.
Yo. What's up, what's up?
What's up?
Maybe, yeah, maybe we should, talk about the rules, cause we, set up some rules.
Yep, alright guys. So before we actually start, there are rules in this tournament. So let me just get it up now. Of course, you have to play Renekton.
Interesting matchups in the first round were scarce because due to the nature of the bracketing, many players would skip the first round. Ryan and Max, however, ended up spectating these games. The meme man Mike Roller on his account Son of Romanium versus Sisa Titans. The duel which ended up finishing in a really close squabble at the health relic, but Mike Roller would grab the win in the end.
Oh shit, look at this! Oh, this is so close. I think Mike's gonna win here. Hey, he won. Son of Romanian, ladies and gentlemen. Son of Romanian, showing you why he's called that. Good game, guys. Good game. Son of Romanian advances into the second round.
Hedenborg versus Disorderly Scott. Now, Disorderly Scott is a player who has like no experience on Renekton, so the matchup was pretty obvious from the start, but a little surprising still in game when we got to it.
Oh, I didn't even realize it's the fucking moneymaker Renekton on my team.
Yeah.
He went for the fucking big stonks.
Oh shit!
Okay, he's going in.
Oh my
Ooh.
god.
That's
Hedenborg with the absolute dirty combo. Holy shit.
Fucking Jesus,
Fucking-
dude, you did him dirty.
Yeah, holy shit.
Admawodo versus Overclocked Cat, aka King. The duel was extremely close, super fast pace, and could have fallen either way, but it was in the end the first win for Adam in the tournament, and King was knocked out, breaking his fans' heart in the first round.
That's a good trade, yeah. Definitely. Adam didn't get his fucking W off at all. And King
believe-
got his,
Oh, okay, that's good.
Got his
King
elect-
got Italian
yeah.
over trade.
Oh, he didn't get the
Fury.
50
Oh, that
W.
sucks.
That sucks.
I think he has E now though.
Oh, he's still.
Oh!
Oh, he got the title
Oh,
shot! Oh
no.
my god!
Holy
No way!
shit.
He choked that hard. Oh man. First the 50 Fury W, and then he gets a third shot as well.
That is so
Damn,
sad,
that's-
actually.
That must be. He played that pretty good as well.
After these matches, we moved on to round 2, which was the first round for many players, and the people were clearly forming preference for Press the Attack and Inspiration, while runes were really similar all throughout the lineup. Items were all over the place, as a solid favorite wasn't really found due to the Guardian items being banned. Some people were running Tiamat, some did just Chain Vest, some did Bramble Vest. It was all over the place. But anyway, on to round 2. In the second round, the streamed games were Turbo Nance versus Prime V9. Turbo Nance being a wild card player who nobody really knew, and Prime V9 one of Max's high elo friends, who isn't very fond of Renekton however. The match was going to go to Prime on the surface, but it wasn't that easy when the two went at it.
I don't know about that combo.
This is not looking for a prime. This is not looking good for
Oh
prime.
shit,
He might
wait.
just lose this
Oh
here.
my god. Prime lost. Oh, Elo. We have just confirmed that Elo is just a number. It does not matter whatsoever.
Nixor versus Sophie Bear. The match was the first of its kind in the tournament in that Nixor kept his distance while outfarming Sophie, and in the end, the slow turtle defense proved effective.
Okay, but he can't potentially get it here. He's just gonna R and then Q the wave probably to end
Yeah,
it all.
this is over.
Yep,
GG.
and that's GG.
A very boring game, but you know.
Hey, it was expected though that was gonna happen at some point, right?
Trollnekton versus Svernegalad, aka Dan. The match was essentially a duel between a challenger Renekton one trick and a player who has under 10 Renekton games under his belt. You can guess how it went, and in this case, there was no surprises from the underdog.
Both have no potions. Okay. Right here. Oh fuck. And Trollnekton wins just like that. That was a very good combo. Punish Dan right there for overcommitting on a trade. And just like that, Trollnekton showing us why he's the best Renekton in the US.
Alright.
Godrekton versus Melnikau. Ryan came into this matchup boosted by hours of practice, a pep talk, the intros, epic music, 3 million mastery points, and the fact that he is the reigning champion of Renekton mains duels, and he was against a faceless Renekton main named Melnikau, who nobody had heard of before. With the odds against him, though, Melnikau gave his all against the champ.
Lose. Get exhaust again. GG.
Then after that shock, second round, which was a total thriller with dream underdog stories, stomps of the more experienced Renekton mains, and very diverse gameplay in general, came the third round. The number of players in round 3 was only 16. The strong were starting to weed out the weak. The broadcast matches in the third round were as follows. Mike Roller versus Tim. One of the more anticipated matchups of the bracket, not for the mechanics, but rather for the meme. And the guys did deliver in the end.
Yeah, so you can all play.
Okay.
Well, there we go.
Interesting. That's a cleanse right there. Oh.
EUS Super Top advances in the tournament.
Xio versus Trickster 5556. This match was quite the brawl where both sides constantly traded and fought all the way, but we still saw one of the longest games played in this round. Trickster ended up taking it in the end after a really long and grueling battle.
He ulted maybe? No?
Oh, he's going in now. Zio's going in too. We gotta ignite it. Oh, this is looking spicy.
Oh shit.
You might lose this.
Trickster with the win.
GG.
My man repping the croc.
Trickster with the
Club.
W. Goddamn.
Well played,
Alright,
Trickster.
well played, well played.
Hex Bilal versus Trollnekton. The second match for Max was yet again against a player of significantly lower experience and higher ping, and the result didn't come as a surprise when Max took an even more convincing and dominant win than the last.
You can't E in there. Okay, got health pack. Suicided. Yeah. GG. GG guys. Now Trollnekton can just flash here. He's waiting for the W. Oh my god. Yo.
Moving on to round 4, Max and Ryan decided in this round that it would be optimal if they cast all 4 games of the round. So first, the duel of Turbo Nons, the dark horse of the tournament, who faced EU West Super Top Tim and his tactic of bringing Cleanse to the abyss. There was really no clear favorite, as Turbo Nons had already dropped one Grandmaster player, whose elo is very contrast to Turbo Nons' own. And the match was epic. It truly ended as arguably the most thrilling one of the whole tournament.
Let's see if Super Top just engages here. I'm pretty sure he's going to. He's just going to WR. Yep, there it is. It doesn't have a lot.
Wait.
It doesn't have enough damage.
Oh shit!
No way! Oh, that's a tilter. Holy shit, that's a tilter.
Wow.
Wow.
Death Kraken versus Admawodo was what was up next, and as a common theme in his games thus far, Adam yet again escaped a really tight, close battle through the skin of his teeth, but in the end, he managed to take the Kraken down.
W, nice. Okay, that ain't bad, but the... Oh
Oh,
shit.
okay, the turn.
Oh, look at this.
Oh, this is spicy.
Oh, Q's about to come up. Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
Does he die? Oh, this is so
Holy
close.
fuck.
Holy.
Wait, did Adam flash?
Both flashed.
Oh,
no, Adam didn't flash.
no.
No, Adam has flashed still up. Maybe I
That
should've said
Kraken
but
doesn't know.
Adam,
Oh,
you go
shit.
for it. Alright, that was a spicy one. GG.
Damn.
Spicy.
Trickster 556 versus Nixor. Another battle where Nixor played his trademark strategy of farming it out. Trickster's armor-heavy build wasn't quite enough damage to make Nixor yield to combos.
Trickster just has to go in. He doesn't go in though, so Nixor just wins by ACS.
Gara Gessi versus Trollnekton. Max kept his streak of running into non-Renekton players even in round 4. Yet again, a chance for him to show why he's considered the best Renekton on the server. Another stomp for him means one more step closer to the trophy that he missed out on a year before.
Oh shit. Damn, that was a good combo. GG.
Entering round 5, only 4 series were left in the whole tournament, and everyone's adrenaline was hitting capped levels as the semifinals were starting. The 4 players that remained were Nixor, the only player thus far who had been on stream with a farming strategy. Everyone else was clashing and fighting all the time, but Nixor had seemed to sweep his games by sitting back and killing the minions until it was too late for his opponent to farm the deficit back up. By round 5 though, his strategy had been outed and his opponent could and would play around it. His opponent, Admawodo, who had not quite been slashing his way through the tournament with ease, was still in the title fight. He had not been lucky per se, but hadn't shown signs of dominance yet, unlike the next person, Trollnekton. Max, unlike Adam, had quite the easy time up to this point, with 3 really fast and dominant triumphs in his journey. At the beginning of round 5 though, he was pitted again against a really silent fighter who hadn't been known before the tournament. Could this dark horse hold back the highest ranking Renekton one trick on the whole continent? Speaking of the dark horse, Turbo Nance, with a really impressive showing in the first rounds of the tournament, defeating Prime V9 and Tim, 2 Grandmaster players. Turbo Nance was faced with an even harder challenge in the semifinals. The menace of the tournament after the upset that dropped Ryan off, Max, the definite favorite, didn't enter round 5 to advance to the third place match. Turbo Nance had his work cut out for him. So, first up on the stream, it was the series between Nixor and Admawodo, where Adam started to get unleashed. Nixor just couldn't hold him off in the first game, but the second game he made Adam step on his own trap. So the series was up for grabs in the third game.
Missed it,
He didn't get the
unfortunately.
Q off on Adam.
Oh, that's
And
bad
he
for him.
towards him. That's bad for him, yeah.
Still has
I don't think
barrier
he's dead
though.
here.
Might get powered W
Adam
here
has
though.
flash, right? Does Adam have flash?
Adam does have flash, yes.
Okay. Could have killed him there, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Oh, there we go. It's a GG. Adam is in the finals.
Then followed the series where Trollnekton would have 3 games against the player who had had a good run so far, but Twitch chat's hearts collectively trembled as Turbo Nance entered the meat grinder.
Oh shit, Nance with the all in here. Gotta be pretty close. Oh fuck, Nance. Probably dead here. Oh, GG. Yeah, don't blink here, guys. Do not blink. Okay, Trollnekton's on now. Oh, he kills him. Damn. The Tiamat is the same idea as Pickaxe. So either way, he's at a disadvantage. Oh! Oh shit! Could he do it? Oh my god, he did it! He actually did it.
Man.
Oh my god, he did it.
I'm fucking
Turbo Nance, the fucking god.
And after that epic series followed the final, the best of 5, which nobody really expected. Admawodo versus Turbo Nance. The two Renekton mains in the tourney final. One of these boys would be the 2019 Renekton champion. The 1v1 champion. Could the Dark Horse pull it off once more? Or would the more experienced Renekton main finally defeat him? There was really no expectations and no favorites in this matchup, which made it all the more exciting. On paper, Adam was the better player, but Turbonauts doesn't care for that. He had single-handedly shown in this tournament that what's on paper really doesn't matter.
Just don't play the game, I think. Usually.
What about this? It's too urgent.
Yeah, Adam has advantage here. Adam could just win us, I think. His flash and ignites. Adam could just flash up on him here. He's going to.
Yeah,
right.
fortunately. That is the first game. Okay. Still has E. Could have E'd in there, possibly.
Okay.
Okay.
That's 50 Fury here. Oh, you can win this. They definitely win
Oh,
this. Oh,
shit, let's fucking go. Let's go, Turbo Nonce.
See ya. You opposite.
I exhaust here now.
Not exhaust. And he's slashing, yeah.
Yeah, I have to exhaust straight away though.
Yep.
I'm
Maybe if he has the
sick.
balls, but it's his last game. I doubt he's going to. Like, it would be really greedy to do. And Adam has flash too, and like, Adam could just flash out and he would die potentially.
Yeah, he's not gonna do it now. Go wait till 6.
Yeah. Oh, wait.
Ooh,
Adam
that's not good at all.
Flashing in, and that's the
Adam is the
GG.
2019 Renekton Mains tournament winner.
Tournament winner. Okay, Adam. Hey. We'll play it, both of you guys. Good shit.
But alas, he could only pull it off once, which is still really impressive, but in the end, Adam did come out victorious with a 3-1 series against Turbo Nance. Here is your best Renekton EU West of 2019. Excuse me for the mic problems during the interview of Admawodo.
You alright, Zia? How's it going? Alright, mate, just chilling. What you doing then? Okay, mate. Thanks, man. Well, I mean, I played in the last one and I lost to Ryan, and you know that's not fun. And it was mostly fun. I mean, everyone from Renekton is playing, so a bit of competition as well. So I thought I'd join for that. Nice to take Ryan's money as well. Honestly, I was pretty happy when Max and Ryan both lost. I was a bit scared that they were going to be in the final against me, but honestly, I think the true hero of the tournament it's got to be Nonce, hasn't it? He is my jump too. They had to be Nonce. Most of the people I faced weren't too bad, like, but Nonce was definitely no. Yeah, the first guy, actually I could have lost to the first guy. The first guy, King I think it was, almost it could have killed me if he just eat forward, I think. I'm pretty sure I would have lost that. And then the guy in the semi-finals, Nixor, I think, he was like, I was a bit nervous in that last match because I threw the middle match like an idiot. Completely forgot about barrier. I don't know. I wasn't gonna do the CSing thing because it's just boring, really, isn't it? So after I saw Ryan's build of the 5 pots and the double ruby crystal longsword, I figured that 5 pots was probably the best because it's just like each pot is basically a ruby crystal and a health, so you can just trade until you have a huge HP advantage and then just win. As long as you just keep spamming out pots whenever you're not full health. I think it would have been nice to play Ryan. It would have been a fun matchup, nice free match. Hopefully, I could have won, but but he got knocked out by someone who I didn't even face. Of course, I'll be back and I'll be winning it again, yeah. Ah, I actually missed some of the key ones. I didn't see the super jungle versus super top because I was playing, but watching Turbonauts versus Max was pretty good. I know, what an absolute hero. Just crushing through Grandmaster players. Yeah. Yeah, unlucky. Thanks, man. Good luck with the documentary.
Okay. So, Mr. Godrekton, the 2018 tournament winner, the defending champion, did you expect to go further in the tournament than you did?
I certainly did, yes.
Yeah, tell me a little bit about that game. What went wrong?
I don't know. To the lead up, I was practicing some games because I was trying to like test things out and stuff, just to let people know like what to play. And things didn't really go well this time. Last year, I was beating everybody, but it seems like everyone has stepped up their overall skill level and have a better understanding of 1v1s on Renekton. So I'm not sure. I think I was just like I wasn't prepared enough, and I don't think I was mentally in it as I was previously.
Yeah. So you would say that you lost to a good enough player that it wasn't just a stroke of luck for them to beat you.
Listen, like he was a good player. He was a very good player. Anyone that I play against, I give a massive amount of respect to, except for the tournament winner, Adam, who, you know, will have to back up his words eventually.
Mm.
But as for the player I played against, he was a diamond level player. We're pretty much on the equal skill path, but you could argue that I was a more experienced Renekton player. And, you know, in our battle, I had him on the ropes, but I took my eye off the ball and he ended up beating me fair and square. That's pretty much it. He was just a bad player on the night, so respect to him.
Yeah, good. Now you were talking about the tournament winner, Adam. Do you think you would have beaten him and knocked him out if you got the chance to?
Most certainly, yes. I think I'm a way better player than him.
Mm.
But of course, I don't want to sound too salty. He played exceptionally well to get to the finals. Congrats to him. But I have no doubt in my mind that if we played against each other, he would not have made it out of the first round alive.
Mm. Yeah, well, I'm sure. Uh, about the runner-up, Turbo Nons coming out of nowhere, like pretty much a no-name, surprising everyone, knocking out 2 Grandmasters and a Challenger. What do you think of him?
I called it from the start. He was definitely a dark horse after being Prime V9. I just saw something differently. I think like when he beat the first guy, I knew this could be a really interesting tournament. I knew this guy could probably go to the top. He played really well, and I feel like because he was a bronze player, quote unquote, which definitely isn't true, but let's just keep it as the narrative. It would probably come as a surprise, like to most people I would get to the end, and I think it'd just be funny. And it was like he got to the finals, and fair play to him. A complete, uh, like no name in the tournament. I don't mean like disrespectful, but we didn't know who he was, just like a random player.
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
Got to the finals, so fair play to him. Fair play.
Yes. Final question. What was your match of the tournament? What was the best thriller match that you watched?
Ooh, Where do I? That's a good question. Maybe Trollnekton versus was it Turbonance he played against? It was, right?
Yeah, the series. Yeah.
Yes, I think that was a good match because you know Trollnekton is pretty much one of the best Renekton players currently in the season. Like he has reached the highest LP,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
pretty sure. And for him to lose to somebody that doesn't have a lot of Renekton experience, it's like, it's just a very like underdog moment, and it just goes to show that rank doesn't matter, nor does mastery points
Yeah, yeah.
in
Truly.
this like brainless one versus one. But yeah, fair play to him, man. I really enjoyed the matchup. It was really good.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you for hosting the tournament with Max, and thank you for your time.
No problem.
Hello, hello.
Hello there.
Yo.
Just here to ask you a couple of questions about the Renekton Mains 1v1 tournament.
Yeah, sure.
Congratulations on your third place and a successful tournament. It was a pleasure to watch.
Thanks.
Yeah. You got knocked out in the, knocked out, but into the third place match in the semifinals. Can you tell me a little bit about that, like, series? What went wrong there?
I'm not sure, to be honest. Like, I guess I just went into the game not really thinking about, I don't know, my opponent not really thinking about anything, to be honest. I just went in and thought, it's gonna be a fray bay, but apparently it wasn't, so I don't know. My opponent was pretty strong, and yeah, so he took the dub.
Yeah, Turbonauts. He knocked out 2 Grandmasters and 1 Challenger to go to the
He's
finals.
insane, dude.
Yeah.
Didn't expect him to be that good, to be honest. I don't know.
Yeah,
Pretty
yeah.
insane.
Who did you expect to take the whole thing apart from yourself?
To be honest, I thought that Ryan Godrekton would make it like at least to semis or finals, just because he won the last tournament, and I just thought that he's gonna take it again, just judging of how he played the last tournaments. But yeah, then he got knocked down like his first game he played, so I was a little bit unlucky, you could say.
Yeah, yeah, I'm
And
unlucky.
then yeah, just other people like other high elo rectomains, I don't know. I guess like Adam won and he's pretty high elo, he's like D1, D2, so I thought he's gonna make it pretty far, and he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't have expected like bronze players, or like, I mean, you could say lower elo players to make it this far, which I'm happy of. Like I'm definitely surprised in a good way that those players were actually able to knock out certain people that yeah, I wouldn't have thought of.
Yeah, definitely. A lot of underdog stories in the whole tournament.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you think Adam deserved to win the whole thing?
To be honest, yeah, I think so. Like, we saw his match. We saw a lot of his matches, and like he played pretty confident. He played pretty safe. He knew what he was doing. Had just like a few misplays overall, but in total, I feel like his self play definitely deserved to be grounded first place in this tournament.
Oh yeah. All right. Final question. What was your match of the tournament? Like, what was your favorite match to see?
My favorite match. That was an interesting question. There are a lot of good matches there. I feel like I probably like the finals the most, just because we had this kind of like underdog Turbinons. We had him going off against like a D1 Renekton one trick, whereas Turbinons was like, I don't know, he's bronze 3. I don't know if he ever played Renekton, but it didn't look like, judging off his mastery points, maybe as an alternate account. But yeah, it was really nice to see like just this kind of like underdog story going up against Adam in the finals. I would have liked to see Nons actually winning the thing, not gonna lie.
Yeah, yeah.
It would have been the perfect story. It would have been the perfect finisher, but hey, Adam took it, and it's alright. He played pretty well, so you can talk him down for that, to be honest. But yeah, I definitely enjoyed the finals for sure, for sure.
All right. Well, thank you for your time and congratulations once more.
Yeah, no problem, dude. Thanks again.
Yep. So, in the end, I would personally call this event a very wholesome success. Thank you to the host especially, and all the players. That was your lot from the Renekton Mains EU 1v1 tournament of 2019. See you next year, I guess.